Your power is unique. It's like the number 0. It's empty, but at the same time holds infinite possibilities. You, my boy, are able to possess multiple personas and summon them as needed. And when you have defeated your enemies, you will see the faces of possibility before you. There may be times when they are difficult to grasp, but do not fear. Seize what you have earned. Your power will grow accordingly. Be sure to keep that in mind. My spare time will soon be scarce. But please, come again of your own accord. I'll tell you then about my true role, the manner in which I can best assist you. Until then, farewell.
Hey, are you all right?
Yeah, what's up? You look like a zombie. Don't tell me you just dozed off. You're like that coach who fell asleep during the championship game. Come on, man. You're supposed to be our leader.
Cut him some slack. If nothing's wrong, then let's get going.
Alright. Okay. I can now access my menu, which is good. My stats. My persona stats. Now, I give the creators of this game some major props. They came up with some really interesting names for spells. It's not like, you know, Fire, Fire 2, Fire 3, Fire, Fiara, Fiaga, where you can basically guess what the spell does based off you know, how it's spelled or whatnot. Agi is fire. There is Agi, let me think here. Agi, Muragi, Agi-Lao, Muragi-Lao, and Agi-Dyne and Muragi-Dyne. And there's also Ragnarok, the ultimate fire spell. Each element, which in this case is fire, ice, lightning, wind, light, and dark, has their own unique name. Like, ice is Bufu, lightning is Zio, wind is Gadu, light is Hama, and darkness is Mudo. Each spell has multiple levels. There is the weak one, which is just Agi, Bufu, and so on. And then there's the Ma spells, which attacks everything. Then it upgrades again into a higher level, and so on and so forth. But there are also stats boosts like Tarunda over there, which I have no clue what that does, because I don't remember the name. And I can't examine it just yet. Alright. Skills, items, I have Medball, Persona. Wait. These are the equipments I currently have equipped. And key items, only one I have is the Velvet Key. Equipment, of course you know this. Stats, you know about that. Oop, no. Sorry. These are our social links. If you press X, you get details about it and who's involved in the social link. System, this is your options, basically. Calendar goes all the way to March 2010. Quests, don't have any quests. Fusion spells. This is unique to this game only, I believe. Well, the other games had or have fusion spells, except for Persona 4. But Minato is the only one that can use the fusion spells by himself. I shall demonstrate a few of them once I get some of the Persona required for it. Dictionary, which is just key information. Configuration. And then go back to title, which I don't want to do. And this is our save point when we're here in the toothpaste factory. Alright. So let's head on upstairs and actually get this started. Also, if you want to change their weaponry, you have to talk to them and select their weapons, and if you have a new one, you can change it and so on. You can also check out their stats, I believe. Yeah. And see what type of persona they have. She has Low, which is interesting looking. Low is a healing type, support type. Dia is the healing spell. She also comes with Wind Magic and Gadu, you know. So I recommend having Yukari-san in your party as much as you can, because she's going to be your main healer if you do. Junpei-san here. His persona is Hermes. More Greek mythology. Hermes is the messenger of the gods. He is fire and physical based. Mostly physical. He doesn't really get very many fire spells, unfortunately. So let's head on up and get this started.
So, this is it, huh?
I hope I don't get lost.
Can you all hear me?
Whoa, is that you, Senpai?
I'll be providing audio backup from here on out.
Wait, you mean you can see inside here?
It's my persona's ability. I'd like to join you, but the structure of Tartarus changes from day to day. That's why outside support is imperative.
Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
Now, based on your current location, you can expect to encounter enemies at any minute. They shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution. Practice makes perfect.
Right.
Got it. Why is she always like that?
Alright, on to the tutorial of dungeon crawling. Now, how do I explain this properly? This floor and a few key floors are going to be the only one that stay the same. Well, this floor changes if I leave and come back in. Basically, the dungeon will always change when you come in, except for when you first start. So don't try to memorize floors if you're playing through the game. It won't help. Basically, enemy's right there. You have to sneak up and hit it before it hits you, and you can get a preemptive strike on it. I got hit. Luckily though, it won't hurt me.
Takuba has informed me about your power, but nevertheless, you have minimal combat experience. Would you like me to explain the basics of battle?
I already have explained this to you guys.
Okay, then I want you to defeat the enemy before you. Try using both the skill and attack options.
Alright. So we now have access to more of our stuff. These are the options. I can have them act freely, which is what's going to be mostly. Heal and support, which I'll probably change Yukari-san to that later, once she's leveled up more. Assign a target, which will basically have them attack that enemy till it's dead, and then they move to the next. And standby, they'll just stand by. But for now, it's going to be that. And Mitsudo, of course, is support. I can have her analyze and request help, but it's only when you're separated from your party. But Cowardly Maya is weak to fire. So
The enemy is vulnerable. Keep going.
this is what happens when you knock them down. You can do an all-out attack, which is really nice.
Get back here,
It only works when all the monsters are knocked down, so keep that in mind. Ooh, Snuff Soul. That heals SP if memory serves. Let's wait for Junpei-san. There we go. There's the stairs up. But we can't go any higher today, so... yeah, I already told you about that. Got him. If you attack from behind, you get a preemptive strike, so you can...
Now's a good time for me to explain about attack properties, which are important to consider during battle. Do you want to know more?
Sorry, I don't like talking over characters. I've already described this to you. But, if I were to attack the shadow behind without before noticing me, I would have gotten a preemptive strike, which basically I can get 2 turns before they attack.
The enemies you're facing have a weakness that you can exploit. Why don't you give it a try?
Sure. Let's see if I can scan these guys before I kill them.
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
It takes about 2 or 3 turns before
Wisely chosen
Mitsudo will
attack.
fully scan it, and you can tell what it is, and well, all the information about it. I highly doubt I'll be able to.
Attack again.
Yep.
Here's our chance for an all-out attack.
If you press circle, you'll just pull back and they'll stay down on the ground, giving you an extra chance to attack. I usually recommend doing an all-out attack. It does more damage.
Victory. Great job.
Revival bead. For when someone dies, you can use it and bring them back. Treasure chest, wasn't it? Yes. This is where she talks about looking around corners. As you play the game, you'll start looking at the map more, so you can see where you are, which is the arrow and the 2 blue dots, and where enemies are, so you can tell when an enemy's there. You usually look at the screen only when you are ready to attack an enemy. So...
Were you able to exploit the enemy's weakness in the last battle? If you didn't already notice, doing so will also grant you an additional attack. Would you like more details? Then proceed with the battle. Use what you've learned to quickly dispose of the enemy.
Alright. Now let's see if we can get the scan done. I won't scan very many enemies.
Roger. I'll attempt to
I will later on when I get a better scanning ability,
the
but
enemy's weak point.
for now that's about it. And that's the only time you really actually hear the protagonist talk, or Hinata talk. When he's summoning his persona.
The enemy is vulnerable. Keep going.
Here's our chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a...
You have the potential to grow even stronger.
Alright, this is what's important about the all-out attacks. If you kill the enemy through weak attacks, killing them when they're weak to an attack, killing an enemy before they get a chance to attack, kill them without you taking any damage, or do an all-out attack, I believe those are all the possibilities of doing it, you'll get this, and sometimes just randomly. As you can see, there is a golden card to the far left. That is a persona card. If I select this during the shuffle, I get that persona, which is Pixie, which has healing powers. The red swords represent weapons. I can get a weapon, but it's only level 1 weapon, so it's going to be really weak. And the wand on the far right represents EXP, so I get more EXP. As you can tell, this is really very heavily based on the tarot cards. The swords represent, of course, the swords, the EXP wand represents the wands, and they go up accordingly to like 10, I believe. So let's see if we can get the Pixie. Basically describe what I just said. Which is right here. Damn it! I was off. I'm usually pretty good at that. I can now create persona up to level 3.
Yes! My...
Shut up. Let's try that again.